welcome to another episode of The Adrienne Ross Show, where sports and culture connect. We're going to talk some Angel Reese. Angel Reese played 2 games so far in Unrivaled, the debut night on Friday and on Saturday afternoon. And Lisa Leslie was one of the people calling the game, and I thought that was good. It was interesting to hear Lisa Leslie's commentary concerning Angel Reese's game, because Angel Reese is a big, Lisa Leslie was a dominant big, and I couldn't help but take note at some of the, we will call it, constructive criticism from Lisa Leslie. Before I even get into that and show you some highlights or lowlights, depending on how you look at it, show you some footage from Angel Reese in Unrivaled. Let's talk again, and I say again because I did some of this the other day in another video about Lisa Leslie, but let's talk about her credentials, her accolades in the WNBA. I highlighted these accomplishments just a few days ago, when the Fever announced their new performance sports center that will be ready in 2027. And I did a video on the Caitlin Clark derangement syndrome that erupted when Lisa Leslie gave Caitlin Clark the credit for that facility. And it's not the first time where she's spoken out on behalf of Caitlin. And so let's go through it again. Lisa Leslie, obviously she played for the Los Angeles Sparks. I say obviously, it's not necessarily obvious to everyone, but she played for the Sparks from 97 to 2009. She won 2 WNBA championships in 2001, 2002. She was a 3-time WNBA MVP. She was selected to 8 WNBA All-Star teams. And I didn't share this the other day, but when she retired, she was the WNBA's all-time leader in points and rebounds. She is a Hall of Famer. And beyond the WNBA, she won 4 consecutive Olympic gold medals, 96, 2000, 2004, 2008. So she's a legend. She's a WNBA legend. And though I wasn't a fan when she was playing, because I was a Houston Comets fan and we were rivals, but I did get an opportunity to meet her a few years ago at a sports event where she was the keynote speaker, and I was given VIP access. And so I had an opportunity to talk to her for a little bit and obviously listen to her speech after that. So now she's doing commentating for the league, the Unrivaled League. And I just feel, just listening to some of her comments, I feel like Lisa Leslie just is itching to get a hold of Angel Reese's game. A lot of times during the WNBA season, you notice that the commentary is all about the rebounding. The commentary is about the double-double streak. The commentary for a long time was about the Rookie of the Year race. Lisa Leslie's commentary, I feel, was commentary that is from a person who's like, let me get a hold of her. I can help. Some of the things I heard her say, just a few of the things I heard her say. She said, Angel should shoot it a little higher off the backboard for accuracy. She said she'll get better with her ability to finish down low. And then she pointed out, but her rebounding is incredible. And then at one point when Angel had the ball in the open court and she tried to take it all the way, Lisa Leslie said Angel will learn to pass it to the point guard. She was on the floor with Chelsea Gray at the time. So that was just a few. And it just stood out. You know, she would say, Angel will learn how. Angel will get better at. Angel needs to do this. Angel should do that. And this, of course, is from someone whose accomplishments I just put out there for you. She wasn't trying to tippy-toe around Angel Reese like everybody does. She gave her credit where credit was due, but she also, which is her responsibility, she also said, Okay, she's going to have to learn to shoot it higher off the glass. She's going to have to give the ball up to the point guard on the floor in that situation so they can score. She's got to figure that out. She's got to finish better. She'll get better at being able to finish down low, but she's an incredible rebounder. She did that. And I just feel like what I hear from Lisa Leslie is, let me at her. And I feel the same way. If Angel Reese has someone like Lisa Leslie to work with her, and she was willing to be worked with in that manner, oh my goodness. And Lisa Leslie, of course, because she was a legendary post player, she looks at the game differently. She calls the game differently. She can see, okay, Angel Reese needs to shoot that higher off the glass. She can see, and she's looking. It's like, as a point guard, my background is a point guard. I look at things differently from a point guard's position, right? We might understand the totality of the game, but there's something special that you look for in that area of your expertise. And I'm like, she's just like, let me at her. She's not afraid to say it. And this is the thing with Angel Reese, as I'm going to show some footage. People, her fans, and other people who feel like they have to defend her, and even Teresa Weatherspoon, as I've said before, many of them are not doing Angel any good. What they're doing is trying to pump her up. What they're doing is they're to me, you need someone like a Lisa Leslie who's going to say, okay, this is good, but this has got to get better. She's going to learn how to do this. And I feel like people are not willing to do that with Angel Reese because there's this whole thing going on between one person's fans and another person's fans. And, oh, look. And so even now, when I'm looking at some of the commentary, when I say commentary, I don't mean from people like Lisa Leslie. I mean from people on social media. As I was looking at some of these video clips I'm going to show you, you read some of the comments and it's like, oh, Angel Reese is putting that work in. Oh, look how she's so much better already. Look at that. And then other people are like laughing because, oh man, she missed another layup. So there's that whole dynamic of people clashing over Angel Reese, to the point I feel that it's to her detriment, especially when it comes from a coach like Teresa Weatherspoon, whom I feel was less interested in making Angel Reese a better player and more interested in the whole double-double streak, in the whole battle for the rookie of the year, that whole thing. And I think Angel lost the year. Now, gonna be honest, because that's what I do. I have not changed my mind when I say that I don't see a baller in Angel Reese. I see someone down low who doesn't have finesse. It's not so much skill. It's like brute force. And I'll show you some footage. She forces her way into stuff. She's out of control many times. And honestly, I'm surprised that she's gotten this far in her career without that being corrected. Again, a lot of it is sheer will on her part. There are things that I see from her when she plays that, I mean, listen, I coached high school, all right? Varsity girls. And there are things that Angel does in the way she plays that I would have had to correct on the high school level. I would have had to do something about it, say something about it. And everybody else is just, oh, she's got a double-double streak, or, this whole thing online that's not going to help her on the court. Now, would I have taken Angel Reese on my team? Yeah. And you know why I would have taken Angel Reese? I'm talking about high school. I would have taken her in high school. And I'm talking about high school because that's what I coached. I'm not saying she's got a high school level game. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I would have taken her high school because that's what I coach. I would have taken her even though I see flaws, because of her determination. She's got a certain grit that you can't teach. She's going to go after the basketball. She's going to she calls it being a dog. I don't like that term, but to use her terminology, she's a dog. Like she's gonna be feisty down low. And some people don't have that. And you can't teach that, and you need that. Rebounding is important. You can't even count the amount of times in one game you're going to hear a coach yell out rebound, rebound, box out, rebound. So it is important. However, when I look at Angel Reese's game, I'm saying I'll take less offensive rebounds and more baskets scored underneath the basket. I mean, I don't need so many rebounds. I need the ball to go in the basket. And she still continues to miss shot layups and then get the rebound because she's feisty, because she's going to go after it. And then it takes her maybe a couple times. By then she's racked up rebounds, and we're talking about a double streak instead of talking about how do we get this thing fixed. And of course she shoots that from her hip and the whole thing. So I said all that. So it must be that grit that got her where she is, because it's certainly not finesse. It's not necessarily skill. And I know people don't want to hear it. They're going to label me a hater. I've already been labeled a hater. It's not it. It's just the game. And I see what I see, and it is what it is. Now, she's out there. She's working on her game. If that's a priority for her, then she's going to improve. But man, when I listen to Lisa Leslie call it like it is, the good and the bad, I'm like, she's just itching, boy. She'd love to get Angel in the gym repeatedly and work with her, and it would be so good for her. So before I even show you some clips, let's take a look at her stat lines from both of the games, the game on Friday night and the game on Saturday. She plays for Rose, and her team is 0-for-2, right? They lost both their games. The first game, Rose lost 73-79, and that was against Vinyl. It's funny because you want to say the Phantom, you want to say the Laces, but then you don't say the Rose and the Vinyl, right? Anyway, so as you can see here, she had 10 she had 10 points in the debut, and she played better in the second game. She was very aggressive coming out in the second game, but in the first game she was, like I said, brute force and just pushing it too much. She had 10 points, but those 10 points, she had 2 of 2 from the free throw line, and the way they do free throws, remember, you get one shot, and if you were shooting a 2, then you get 2 points off of your one shot. If you're shooting a 3, you get 3 points off your one shot. So she's 2 for 2, so she got 4 points off of her free throws. So it wasn't like she was just down there just scoring. Not that 10 points are a whole lot of points anyway, but she got 4 of them from the stripe. So the charity stripe, as they say. So she had 10 points there, and she was 3 of 7 in her field goals. So that was the first game, which they lost by 6 against the Vinyl. And then in the second game on Saturday, they played the Lunar Owls, and the Lunar Owls were coming into the game having won the game the night before against Mist in a comeback win. In this case, Rose lost to the Lunar Owls 79-70, and Angel had 12 points in this game, and she was 5 for 10 for her field goals. Her free throws in this case weren't that good. She was 1 for 3 in this one. So that's the score. That's the box score for her. So let's look at a few clips. She has Derica Hamby guarding her. Okay, here we go.
Grind time is loading up. Angel Reese working downstairs, pump fake, toss it up, grab your own miss, no whistle. They're letting them play.
You can see they are indeed letting them play. I did a video when I saw the leaked footage of a scrimmage before the, a couple days or whatever before the tip off, the debut. And I'm like, "Ooh, the physicality mirrors the WNBA." But so they're letting them play. So she has Derrica Hamby on her, who is bodying her up. But Angel, you can see, this is what I mean about brute force in her, just not skill, but just, it's just bang, bang. And there's banging that goes on down low, but it's just it's just not good. Sorry. So again, there she is out in the court. And so she loses it because of Derrica Hamby's defense. She gets it. Like I said, she's going to go after it. So she's going to track it down. It didn't get too far from her. I mean, and they're tangled up and arms are tangled up, but she gets it. And then she's not even looking. She's not even going to look to pass out. She's just going to what? Just force it. Just turn. It's just wild off the glass and then under the rim. And there's just nothing there, right? But she's her turn left, turn right is so hard and just, to me, wild and out of control. Let Lisa Leslie get a hold of her. So just wild to me. Gets it, just yeah, it's just, man, just all over the place. And so she ends up on the floor. Here's another one. This one is from WNBA Got Game. You can see Aaliyah Boston here, down here playing for Vinyl, Ray Burrell. So let's see what happens here.
She was working on a shoot around.
Well, let me stop here. You'll notice here, whoever the WNBA Got Game, they have this here Angel Reese double in her first Unrivaled game, pushing the whole double thing. Again, Lisa Leslie wouldn't be pushing a double thing. She would be working on the skills that need to be worked on. All right, here we go.
She was working on a shoot around this morning. A power dribble by Reese. Couldn't finish high off the glass. Shaves out space. Angel Reese on the putback. She was.
You can see she's so. I mean, I would have called it an offensive foul on Angel Reese. It's just wild, and she just knocks Ray Burrell down. She's still down at the end, and Aaliyah Boston goes to check on her, but she grabs her stomach because, again, Angel is it's not skill, it's like just bulldozing. So here it is. So there she is. You see how she jumps from here all the way here into her body, just, again, out of control. Not trying to be mean. I know there are people who just think you can't hear what I'm saying. You can only hear your offense. Don't be offended. Just look at what I'm saying. So here it is. And then she's got one player here, and she's just going to bang her way, knock her over, and not finesse. It's just brute force. To me, that's an offensive foul. I mean, you might think I'm wrong. To me, I'm looking again. To me, that's an offensive foul, and it's just out of control. She gets the pass and just wild to me. And Leah Boston is there. She got two on her and just throws it up wild, misses it, and gets her own rebound. So, of course, she gets rebounds from this, and then she's able to put it in. You cannot deny the fact that she's going to go after the basketball. Like I said, like I also said, I prefer she put it in the first time if I'm her teammate or if I'm coach, her coach. Okay, now let's look at some things that Angel did well.
That's where she really wants to set up every time she gets that mismatch. Angel Reese with the face-up game. Extends the follow-through.
So in this situation, this was the second day, and they're playing against the Lunar Owls, and Nafisa Collier is smart in backing off of Angel. Angel is going to have to be able to hit that shot consistently. And if she does, if she knocks down a few of them, then the defense will guard her. But until she does, they won't. And she did here. So Nafisa played it right. She played it right. And Angel was smart to say, hey, you're going to give me that shot? I've been working on this shot. I'm going to take this shot. So let's take a look again. Here it is. And you see Nafisa is here. She's ready to guard her if she drives, but she's not going to come out on her. So she stays there until Angel commits the shoot. And then she steps forward with a hand up. And Angel says, hey, all right, you give me that shot, I'll take that shot. And she drops the shot. And that's a good thing. What I like, though, is the look on her face. She just looks so determined after she knocks down the shot. Like, yeah, I've been working on this and it's paid off. But she just has that look on her face after you see it right there. Slaps her hands. All right, so there's that. That's a good thing. And let's do one more. I don't think I said it, and I always like to source where I'm finding videos. And that last one was from the Reese Effect on X. And this one is from Timeout Sports. So in this one, Angel does a good job on something that I love because I love passing the basketball and I love to see good passes. So here we see what Angel can do in the passing department. Angel Reese can pass. So that was Angel giving it up to Brittany Sykes on the back door. And that was a beautiful lead pass. Let's take a look again. So here, this is the first night again. Angel's team, Rose, was playing against Vinyl. And so you're going to see Angel Reese gets the pass. And then you're going to see that, I believe this is Chelsea Gray, who's going to set a screen on Ryan Howard. And then Alicia Gray is going to go back door. And Angel Reese is going to make sure she gets that pass and lead Brittany Sykes to the basket. So here it is. She gets that screen. And then boom, back door and finish on the left. But that's a really good pass. It's interesting to me. I know this sounds weird, but it's like she's a big, but she's like playing better away from the basket. Underneath the basket, not so much. But out in the perimeter, she shot her little jump shot. She passed the ball underneath the basket. Like that's where she needs some help. She does. And Lisa Leslie pointed some things out. She pointed out shooting it higher off the backboard. She talked about she's going to get better finishing down low. Her rebounding is incredible, and then, out on the break, like give the ball up. So, everybody has things to learn. But again, I'm going to say what I said before. And that is a lot of times what people are doing is just rah, rah, hooray, hooray. And that's not helping her in her position. And that's why when I listen to Lisa Leslie, I'm thinking Lisa Leslie's like, let me at her. But of course, Angel has to want to work on those things underneath the basket. I'm going to assume she's doing that in her workouts. From the workouts we saw before Unrivaled got together, she was shooting threes. She was out on the perimeter. But to be effective in the layups and 3 feet from the basket, some things have got to change there. And I know Lisa Leslie's like, I could help her out. Anyway, that's my assessment of Angel Reese. And they have yet to win the first game. Rose, Lexi Hall's been planted on the bench. And hopefully those things will change. And, in the meantime, we're going to continue to talk about it, to say what's good, to say what needs work. And your thoughts are always welcome. Be respectful in the comments. If you disagree with something that I said, not a problem. But if you just come and just be rude and disrespectful, you might be one click away from not being able to leave a comment. But I'd love to hear your respectful comments. Also, if you've not subscribed to this channel, I would love for you to do so. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. It helps with the algorithm. So God bless you abundantly, and I will catch you next time, God willing.